Welcome to Fashionable Trash Talk. I'm your host, Ashley Aaliyah. Here I analyze and discuss the fashion of celebrities and anyone influential. On today's episode, we are going to discuss Normani. Now, Normani is someone that I never really paid attention to like that, but I did used to hear like a lot of the conversations around her about how she's underrated, how talented she was. Excuse me, and how her career outside of the group Fifth Harmony just isn't taking off the way that it should, and a lot of things about her marketing, yada, yada, yada. Now, I do remember her motivation song when she had that moment, and I know she had a song with Cardi, and, I do remember seeing, like, some of her fashion and things like that. And what I'm going to say is, and people may not agree or may get a little offended, and what it is. I am not surprised that she did not take off the way that she should, because she's being styled completely wrong. I've never seen someone try so hard to be sexy that it almost comes across as dehydrated. A lot of these looks they put on her are not pieces that I want to see on her. And I'm going to tell y'all what her biggest issue is. She's corny. And not her music, not her talent, just image in which she gives off. It gives off corny. It gives off like, kind of reminds me of that suburban girl who then comes into the world and tries to act like something that she's not a little bit. I don't know. And I'm not saying that's what she is. I'm saying that's what the image gives off. It's like a lot of the pieces that she wears, it looks like they're just putting her in them just because it's in and it's fashionable, but not really because it fits her. Like, she doesn't really have a real image for real. And like, she doesn't have any swag or sauce about her. And if you guys looked at a lot of the singers and groups and acts from the 90s, they had so much swag. Like, all of them did. Normani doesn't have that. It almost gives like she's a little whitewashed. And I'm talking about image-wise. Like, I think everyone's being styled in this same way. Again, that Instagram-y-esque look, and that look doesn't work for everybody. I want a lot from Normani, but I don't want to see her in leather, or I don't want to turn on a music video and she's busting out with slapping her cat. Like, that's not something that I want from her. And there's a clear disconnect that's happening with her image, the music, and everything. So I'm truly not surprised that she has not hit the way she should have hit with people. But this is how she needs a revamp. And this is how I would do it. SWV needs to be put on Normani's mood board ASAP. Normani relies on being cute as her entire marketing pitch, and she needs some swag. SWV swag was off the charts, and I'm talking about through every phase of that group. She needs the swag, she needs the fashion, she needs the hair. Normani needs all this. Coco on her signature nails. Now, I'm not saying she needs the nails or anything, but it's just like, girl, you in R&B. It's, I know she got some of that pop scene too, but it's like, girl, where's the swag? Where's the presence? Where is the natural? It's like, where is the natural sex appeal that comes from having swag? If you look at all those groups from the night, like the artists, the groups, everybody had style. Like SWV, I have a cousin, my cousin always reminds me of like Coco. It's just like, I don't see any of this in a lot of these acts today, just like that cool factor. And the girls can sing down, honey. They can sing down. I heard Normani's voice. She has a nice voice. So it's just like, girl, I don't like how much blackness is being filtered out when creating a lot of these acts. And like, I understand wanting the dollar, that white dollar and stuff like that. That's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't, it's like, who's doing the styling? Who's doing the marketing? And when did having a black presence in your image becomes such a no-no? Because if you look at a lot of these acts from the 90s, especially SWV, you see so much blackness in their image. I discussed this yesterday with Ari Lennox. It's like SWV hair, their style, their makeup, how they sang, their music videos, just like the whole, like, I miss having that type of black presence in black artists. Like, it's like black people are not a monolith, and it's like you just don't sing anymore. So it's just like, I don't want to see Normani in a bustion straight middle part and maybe a little curl in it, or some funky runway hairstyle. Girl, you are an R&B. Where's the soul? Like, where's the swagger? Where is the representation in the clothing? Like, I don't want to see you looking like you fresh off of one runway. I want you looking like the fly girl that's from around the way, because that has always been such a pivotal style in R&B. And if you look at a lot of the groups that kind of had that type of swagger, they were all successful. It's like, I don't know. But I truly believe that SWV should be on Normani's mood board ASAP. For makeup, I think that 702 should be on Normani's mood board. Now, 702 made very soulful R&B music, but they also had like that pop girl feel about them too when it came to their image. And I think that would work really well for Normani. I think they should be on her board for makeup and style. I'm going to say the two. Because their makeup was ahead of its time. And I feel like it was very edgy, but still like that natural glam that had the 90s in the chokehold. And I feel like that is the perfect middle ground for Normani. And also like the clothes, like I said, it gave such a pop girl group type of feel, but you still seen like that black twist on it. And that's what I would love to see from Normani, where it's like, you can rock in your pop-ish R&B fusion type of lane, but I still need to see the blackness in your image. And I just feel like sometimes, again, they go too far left. Like, it has to be a middle ground somewhere. And some of the looks we've gotten from these acts are just chef kiss. Like 702, I don't think they get enough credit for just like the glam. The glam was it. Just like the colors they chose for the eyeshadows, the lips, and all of that. It was so ahead of its time. And I think a lot of this glam will look perfect on Normani. I don't want to see her with the traditional Instagram beat. Again, I want to see her with something different that's going to set her apart from the rest of the girls. And I think this makeup look in this style, in addition to SWV, would really give her that. For hair, in addition to SWV, I think that Monica should be on Normani's mood board, specifically 90s, very early 2000s Monica. Everybody makes their Gunica jokes about Monica, but I don't think people realize how much her image was girl next door very early on in her career. I feel like she's another one who image gave such a poppy type of feel, and I would love to see Normani here in more of this direction. Again, I don't want Insta Baby. I don't want fresh off the runway. I want relatable girl. She gives such girl next door, so I don't understand why they are marketing her to be so overtly sexy. Like, I feel like the Monica hair, the SWV hairstyles would give her such a connection with her audience and really market her just across the board, because with social media and all this internet stuff, teens and those girls in the early 20s have a lot more influence than they used to have. And they do play factors. And, who's the next tastemaker when it comes to these type of things. So I think a lot of these styles would be so cute on Normani. I think they'll be very fitting for her face, but I think it will also give her that swag, that edge, that versatility that we all need from her. I also would love to see some switch of color in her hair. Like I said, it's nothing exciting about her image, and I would love to see that. So this is my overall style analysis of Normani and how I will style her if she was my client. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. If you are looking to book me for styling services, just visit my website, www.ashleyaaliyah.com. And if you are looking to follow me on social media, it's Ashley 2_Aaliyah on Instagram and TikTok.